Hi guys, we're here at Splendy with Alan, who is the writer-director for The Bunker. And Alan, tell us about your game.
It's completely live-action psychological horror set in an underground nuclear bunker, and it's a story about a character called John who's all alone in a nuclear bunker 30 years after the bomb has dropped and wiped out England.
Oh, that is pretty intense kind of stuff. What made you come up with that kind of idea?
Well, I love narrative-led stories, stories that are about you discovering a world with a character, like Firewatch, Gone Home, and all that. And this is very much that kind of story. It's very narrative-led. It's a point-and-click adventure which morphs into a sort of heavy rain style, much more action-packed mechanics as the story becomes even more intense.
Yeah, because I played Heavy Rain, I played those kind of games, and they are like heavily CGI dependent. Your ones, like you said, more real life, more live action. So I like that difference. You don't really get that in the industry too often.
Yeah, I mean, we did it once before in a game called The Hunting, and we just enjoyed doing it a lot. So we thought we'd do something the same sort of thing, bigger and better, much more movie production quality. And so yeah, that's what The Bunker is.
Okay, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. So what else would have influenced you to do a game like this?
Well, again, narrative-led narrative-led games seem to be really popular right now. Different stories, perhaps stories that are slightly more emotionally impactful and maybe sad as well. Maybe really quite emotional. And there seems to be a market out there. Gamers like to just play something different occasionally, something that gives you something alternative to the normal sort of AAA titles. So yeah, it was a combination of that and also finding the location which we did, which was this real nuclear bunker under the ground, and it smells bad and it's cold, and it felt like a great place to make a game.
I was going to say, because being in a real life setting compared to like a studio, a CGI studio, I can imagine like actually just imagining being in that place rather than have to think about it.
Yeah, actors really liked it because they were uncomfortable. I mean, our main actor, Adam Brown, he's a brilliant actor. He was a dwarf in The Hobbit, and he had a lot of green screen CGI stuff there. But here he was really in a nuclear bunker, and he was really crawling through vents, and and we're quite uncomfortable, with a broken arm as well. So yeah, he didn't have any trouble in believing he was there because he was there, and it was pretty horrible.
I could imagine broken arm as well. Like, you really went for the part. Sorry about that. So, have you made any other games, and what made them different compared to you doing The Bunker?
Yeah, I made a load of apps previously, a lot of children's book apps, and then we did a completely different game called The Hunting, which was a zombie survival horror, first-person perspective, POV, but again all real. So we shot it like the Blair Witch, running through the woods with actual actors who are dressed up as zombies attacking you, and we just enjoyed it so much that we thought, let's try and do that again on a bigger scale.
Wow, yeah, that sounds. I might have to check that out because that sounds pretty good. That sounds like, whew, I can't imagine that as well. What made you get into this kind of industry, the gaming industry in particular?
I'm a huge gamer, but my background's as a scriptwriter. I've been working for the BBC for sort of 20 odd years and various other production companies. A lot of children's entertainment again, and because I'm such a big game fan, I've always wanted to do something like this. So I've always had stories bubbling away in the background, and we set up this company. We had an opportunity to make a game, and so we came up with The Bunker.
Oh, wow, that sounds pretty cool. Pretty cool. Cool. Okay, with this question, you can take your time as much as you want, but I'm pretty sure you got one in the back of your head. What is your greatest game of all time?
Oh wow, that's a massive question. Oh man. Okay, you may have to edit this. I guess I love Tomb Raider. Was one of my the original Tomb Raider blew my mind. I remember just swimming around with Lara Croft and just loving that, just swimming. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the viewpoint, but I love the puzzles and the whole interaction, and I still love Lara Croft. But before that there was Sonic the Hedgehog. That blew my mind because before that everything had seemed not to be that advanced in the home, and suddenly it was competing against arcade machines that you found when you were in town and stuff. So yes, I guess Sonic and Tomb Raider are my favourites.
Great choices, great choices. Everyone loves Sonic. Tomb Raider is making a comeback, so exactly. So when is your game released?
Okay, so the Bunker is out for PlayStation 4, PC and Xbox now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, guys, get it now. Why hesitate? You know what I mean? So where can they find you actually? Where can they find you, Adam?
Well, we're at Splendy.co.uk. We're based in Berkhamsted in Hertfordshire. And we're basically just three dads who met in a playground. All our kids are in the same class. And yeah, we just got to know each other, and we all had different skills, producing and directing, writing, and yeah, we formed Splendy, and this is us.
Cool, you know where to find them, and to find us, the CYBERNERDS, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Keep it here, keep it cyber nerdy. See you guys later.
Running aspect of the game. It's not quite as fast as Sonic. His main ability is speed, whereas ours we kind of took it down to shoot to give him glide. So he has the power of flight, so you cover greater distance. Then you combine that with something like you can see we've got here. We've got Stomp, and we've got another character, Latty, that allows you to manipulate